Hello, that was Little Whale Explores the Calm Sea by Caroline Tyler. This is the C3 piece of the ABRSM Piano Grade 1 exam pieces for 2023 to 2024. This is a calm piece in 3/4 time, going at a fast pace that crotchets equals 160. Now, even though the bass beat is quite fast, because we're using a lot of dotted minims, it doesn't actually feel like it. And it is important that we should not rush the quaver section later on. There is an F sharp in the key signature which tells us we are in G major. So every time we see an F note, we need to play the F sharp instead. This happens in the right hand on 2 different octaves. This piece is through composed with 4 phrases. The first phrase is in bar 1 to 6. The first thing you might notice is the pedal sign, as well as the words keep the pedal held down until bar 21. This is used to comply with the instructions at the top as if underwater. Be sure to be in a seated position so that you are able to press the pedal and we're not altering our posture. Because we are pressing the pedal from the very start until really near the end, you should be in a comfortable position so that you're not moving around while you're playing to try and get comfortable. So with the seating position, we kind of want to be halfway on the bench. Now I can't go any more further than that because of the sofa behind me, but ideally you want to kind of be slightly forwards on your right leg. So you have your heel in front of your pedal so that you can pivot on your pedal to get to there. On your hands, you should be parallel to the floor and making sure that your hand is flat. The left hand, we have dotted minim notes. We start off with the G note on the 5th finger, going on to a D note on the thumb, finally going to a C and A note with our thumb and middle finger. Now to play this smoothly, because we have the pedal held down, we can just lift off early on the D note and to get us to the C and the A note. The right hand, we start playing with the left hand chord on bar 3, but only for a crotchet. Then we have the crotchet rest to jump onto the G note with our 5th finger where we get a little melody. Couple things to note. The first is the rhythm, where we have a crotchet, then 2 sets of minim crotchets, and then finishing off with a dotted minim. So counting in crotchets, we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The second thing is the fingering for the last 2 notes. We have a thumb on the B note, and then we need to cross over onto A on our 2nd finger. And the third thing is the dynamics. We start off in piano in bar 1, and when the melody comes in on the right hand at the end of bar 3, we're going to be in mezzo forte, MF mediumly loud. We're also going to do a small crescendo on bar 4, and then doing a decrescendo on bar 5. The last thing is the cleanliness of the notes. By holding the pedals down, we create an echoey effect, so we don't really want to add to the mess by having the notes hung over each other as well. While you might not hear this through this piano with the digital keys, you will probably hear it in your acoustic. So putting all of that together for bar 1 to 6. Phrase 2 in bar 7 to 12 is similar to the first phrase. The difference is the right hand melody in bar 9 to 12 going up instead of going down. The second difference is in the dynamics. Instead of doing a crescendo then a decrescendo, we crescendo from an MF until we reach a forte in bar 11 and then immediately jump to a piano on bar 12. Also remember that the pedal is still being held on from before, so keep it pressed down from the start of the piece. The next phrase is a bit shorter, slightly expanding the start of the previous phrases. Instead of just having the left hand, we now have both the left hand and right hand for the chords. The first 3 chords, the right hand is an octave higher above the left hand. So the first chord we have the C and the D. Second chord, the A and the D. And then the last chord, the B and the D. But the last chord on the right hand is not a dotted minim like the rest. It is only a quaver, and we have a run down and up before playing the chord again on bar 16. Remember, 2 quavers fit in 1 quadrat, so the rhythm is like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The left hand isn't playing anything on bar 16, so here's bar 13 to 16 on both hands. Phrase 4 is a combination of the rhythms of phrase 2 and phrase 3. We get the left hand single note dotted minim back, but this time we're not stopping at the third one but going all the way onto bar 24. There is one exception, which is bar 23, where we have a minim and then a crotchet. We also have an early entry on the right hand as well, coming on to the last beat on bar 18 with a crotchet E note, then jumping to a B note and then stepping down. First in crotchets, then in quavers. After that, we get the minim crotchet rhythm again, coming down in the downward trend. So from bar 18, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On bar 23, we only have the minim because the melody actually drops down onto the left hand. So from bar 21, the melody. And then after that, we end the phrase on a dotted minim chord. Going A, C, D, G. When we're putting together the left hand and the right hand, there's a couple of extra things we need to consider. We start off in forte, meaning loud. When we get to bar 20, we start a decrescendo, all the way to bar 24, where we get to a piano, soft. So there's quite a change in dynamics here. The final thing is that after we play the chord in bar 21, we can finally let go of the pedal. We need to do a soft release, not a sudden one. So we don't want to hear a clunk like that from the pedal because it will disturb the calmness of the piece. So playing through from bar 17 to 24. And finally the last 2 bars, which is just the left hand and the right hand, each with a dotted minim. Now we have the G note on the left hand, and then following on a D and a G chord on the right hand. So we have an 8 VA octave bracket beneath the left hand, meaning that we have to play an octave lower to what we are written. And similarly for the right hand, we need to play that an octave higher because the bracket is above the note. Now you might think there isn't time for the jump from bar 24 to 25 on the left hand, but actually we're going to press the pedal again after we play the chord on bar 24, meaning that we can lift off earlier than normal as the pedal will sustain the sound. What we need to be careful here is the landing. We need to do it softly as we are now on a PP. Pianissimo, very soft. We have to be very soft and gentle, being as quiet as we can. So we are doing the notes, pedal, move, low, and jump. When we're doing the jump between the left hand, make sure that you come in on time. We don't want to do 1, 2, 3 jump, 1, 2, 3 because we're then late. We want to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Make sure that we are on time with our left hand jump. We can hold the last note a little bit longer with the fermenter, the kind of slur and the dot symbol above the G and the D chord, meaning that we can actually extend it to about double the length. When we finish off the piece, we need to gently lift the pedal so that the chord gently fades away like the twilight. So I'm gently lifting the pedal off like this, instead of doing just a clunk. And that's the end of the piece. Well, that was the tutorial on Little Whale Explores the Calm C by Caroline Tyler. This is a calm echoey piece and both characteristics need to stand out. The held pedal for the first 20 bars builds up resonance quite quickly, so we need to be gentle on the notes. And using a lightweight finger with a flatter finger to stroke the top of the key is going to give the best sound instead of trying to hammer the notes down. Also, it is important how we let go of the pedal, especially towards the end where we want to have a fading away effect. The dynamic hairpins and contrast are important as well for the musical picture that you are painting for your audience. We also need to make sure that the notes aren't rushed through, especially through the quaver sections. Hopefully that was useful to you. This is the last of the grade 1 pieces. Check out all of the other pieces that I've already done in the playlist. I also have tutorials for the flute and videos on other hobbies as well, so check those out if you're interested. Give a like and subscribe if you like what I did here. Put a comment down below if you want me to go over anything specific, or if you want to share your own tips and tricks with your fellow viewers. I'll see you in the next video on Master of None. Bye!